Tonight, a group of patriots will discuss respect for the military and what it means to really be a patriot.
This is United A-Holes, a video cast discussing cultural topics with no filter.
Welcome back to Area 41, the A-Team's favorite spot on the internet. So, what's happening, Kendall? How's the diet going? How you making up, buddy?
Great.
You doing okay?
I'm doing fine.
Who's that guy
I'm
over
doing
there? Can
excellent.
you help me understand that?
That right over there, with the shades and the cap, is Duff.
Just Duff? Is
Proprietor of Duff's Pub, honorary a-hole, and good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of some of us.
Lies.
Yes.
He's not persnickety or anything, is he?
No.
Forced meme is meme.
I told you this was his favorite spot on the internet.
That's right. He's out here proving that it is, obviously.
He didn't realize the internet was only one block from his house. So what are we talking about, Josh?
He never remembers.
Me?
Yeah.
Military. I was thinking about like how you're supposed to respect the military.
I
And you're
agree.
supposed to support the troops.
I agree.
I don't. Like what? Like why do we have to automatically blindly respect a group of people because of their job?
Because in my opinion,
Well, I take back the job thing. I respect firefighters.
okay. In my opinion, they have agreed blindly, regardless of the country's decision, which is technically governed by the people,
Sure.
to basically blindly or boldly go.
Oh, that's so respect worthy. Just blindly following orders. Oof.
But it's based on the lead of the country, which we vote into power and decide basically indirectly as a population. We decide what
So you believe a military person, you automatically respect them for being a military person?
usually, because also, I mean, I haven't gone through it myself,
I
but
haven't either.
what I understand about what they have to do to become what they are,
Sure.
I don't know if I could do that.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
So
that
you
ability.
respect? Nah, I'm not getting into that.
Well, I respect people that are capable of physical.
I was
and
gonna
mental
say
tasks.
wrestlers, but I was like, I can't.
Actually, I do. As an
I fucking
athlete,
respect that.
I respect them.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong then. I feel I don't like automatically respecting. So like I respect people in general. I respect
Right.
everyone, But it's this blind support of like, God bless our boys in camo. I don't know.
You almost said blue, didn't you?
I did.
And then you're like, what color do we wear? So, okay, let me ask you this. So, is it the respect? Is it because you think that they shouldn't just automatically have respect as a person?
Right.
Okay.
Well, keep going.
Okay, so I'm in the military. I'm not. I'm just using it as an example. I'm in the military. So do you feel that what is being told to you is you have to respect Brent because he's
Yes.
in the military?
Yes.
But I don't like Brent, and I don't respect him because I think he's an asshole.
Sure.
But I'm told I have to respect him because he's in the military.
Right.
Okay, so I would agree with you on that.
Okay.
But do you respect the fact that they do a job that nobody else has to do? The actual going to war, going to countries where you're going to get shot at. Like the job that they do is more dangerous
Sure.
than most other jobs. And I
Sure.
realize there are other jobs out there I'm going to get hit with like, well, what about the guys that
Underwater
work in the-
welding.
Yeah, high-rise, but I'm talking about just the military for right now. So are you okay respecting that part of their job?
I respect that.
But you
There
don't-
is a lot of hard work that goes into being in the military.
Right.
I don't think I could do it.
So you respect that as a whole.
Sure. I respect. Yeah.
Okay. But an individual person you don't feel deserves respect because
Just
they
because
are
they're in the military.
insert title, whatever they are. Doctors, same thing. Oh, well, he's a doctor. Well, he's still an asshole, so I
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
respect him. So that's sort of the separation for you? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
So the entity of the organization versus the individual in the organization.
Yeah. Because I would agree with him on the individual.
Right.
If
It's
if
the-
somebody if I go, well, that Bob's a fucking prick, and somebody goes, hey, he's
Well, what
He's one of our, he's enlisted. He's military. That doesn't change the fact that he's a prick.
Yeah.
I don't like him. Yes, I respect the fact that we have troops and that our troops have a job to do. But I don't have to respect him more because he's in the military.
Did he just say yabba dabba doo?
Do you want me to say yabba dabba doo?
You just did.
Do you want me to get closer to the mic, Mr. DeVille?
Oh, no, we're good.
Yabba dabba doo.
You bare naked ladied him.
I did.
You did.
So what does support the troops mean to you? If someone says support our troops, what does that mean? Do you support the troops?
That's a fairly obscure reference, and I think that it stems from like World War II and what it doesn't really have, support the troops.
I see it all the time.
The phrase itself is what I mean. Not yeah. So, okay, do you want me to send them care packages? Do you want me to just say, yay, I love everything the military does?
Team.
Go team, or are you talking about paying your taxes instead of avoiding? Like,
or wearing
what's the
Friday?
support? What's the support part of support your troops? I've always kind of struggled with that. Like, do you support our troops? Sure. Was I supposed to do something today?
Yeah.
I get it as a generalization.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm asking. What does support the troops? What does that mean?
What would you take that as, Ryan? Not to pull you into this last heartbeat. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not, but you have.
You are on camera and sat on that couch. So.
You have some extensive experience with military.
A little.
You weren't in it directly, but you were a contractor that worked with the military, correct?
Yes.
And you were in Bosnia
Yes.
and Afghanistan.
Yes.
And some other places, I'm sure, in amongst that.
Few places.
Yeah.
I guess it comes down to like the individual versus the uniform. So
I guess my thing is the, capital R, capital M, respect the military as the marketing campaign of the army.
Yeah.
Like, support our troops, buy this support our troops t-shirt. And like, I don't understand what it means to support the troops.
So
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'll say that you said you were there as a contractor.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a rank. You weren't actually in the military.
no.
No. Okay. I would have as much respect for you as the troops because you went to Bosnia. That's not a place you vacation. You know what I mean?
At least not when
So-
you were there.
So
By the time
You said
I
it was getting better though. When
By
you
the
were
time
there.
I was there, war was long over. It was just peacekeeping at that point.
yeah. Again, still.
But
not.
when you were in Afghanistan, it was pretty hot at
That was a
times.
little bit different.
Yeah, same thing. I would respect anybody that went there. Even that guy was paid. Well, so are the troops.
But the job that I was
know.
doing was not the same as a military personnel. The whole reason they bring in contractors is because they do the mundane, everyday stuff so that the military can focus on the real tasks at hand.
Right. You're still in harm's way to a certain degree. Much
a
more
degree.
than we are sitting in Area
yes,
41.
In comparison to home, yeah.
Right. There you go. So I would have as much respect for somebody that
But-
does that as I do
So
the troops.
I'll bring it back to this. As an individual, and I know you told me this story a long time ago, correct me if I say anything wrong. You're a part of a running troop, a drinking club that has a running problem.
That's correct.
And you guys would go on a run and you would be escorted by
Oh yeah, I
military
heard this
personnel,
story.
correct?
The company that I worked with at the time had its own personal security for the staff.
Right.
So they would go everywhere we go. If it was a run, if it was to a local establishment, anywhere, we would have a security with us.
Right. And I mean, you must have had respect for those guys for what they were going through just to keep you safe to a degree.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, that's, to me, when you say respect the military and AKA support your troops. Example, if I see, let's say Canada entered a massive war, wherever it may be, it could be on our own soil.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. And I know that pretty much every enlisted military personnel was sent to the field. And then they're on, relief cycles where, you serve a year there and then you come home for a few months. I don't know how the cycles work, but I know that is somewhat of a thing. You come
Rotation's
home
typically 6 to 8 months.
for 6 to 8 months, then you get back for a while, whatever. If I see a Canadian soldier in uniform at a Tim Hortons line, I'm the kind of person to think if we're in a time of war and that guy served, I'd probably get out of his way and let him get his coffee ahead of me. That kind of thing.
and possibly pay for it.
and possibly pay for it. Yeah, out of respect.
You're talking if Canada was at war.
Right. Or if I mean, even, you know, we
During
could say
non-war.
even Canada's infamous for peacekeeping, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Again,
we
Ryan,
are.
you can
The Blue
correct me.
Berets.
For a time there, we were doing pretty good.
Yeah,
They were-
we're doing a little less now, I'm guessing.
seems that way.
Yeah. But I would say, like, if I saw someone that I personally knew that served, even if I thought they were the asshole, I would probably show them some respect.
So
That's my take on it, though.
so that is the blind part you were talking about.
Yeah,
I'm buying it just because he's in the military, even though I think this guy's an asshole,
sure.
which you disagree with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the right of living in the country, and I'm sure.
Well,
I guess
the fact that we have the freedom to even sit here and discuss the military is something you don't have in every country.
Well,
there would
yeah.
be, you know.
And regardless of of where they are in the world, it's more about the job that they're doing.
Yeah.
Respecting them for the job they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're doing, like you guys have said, like they're doing a job there is no way I could do. And
I
I'm
got no
glad
interest.
that they're out there doing what they're doing. Like even if they're like doing it in another country, it's still
And I think I'll throw another aspect of this, and I always go back. I watched the massive documentary on Netflix about Vietnam.
Oh,
Ken Burns.
Yeah, the Ken Burns one. And the way those guys were treated when they got home, I think would be another thing of support your troops. You might not support your country's actions, but those guys enlisted and signed a piece of paper, you know, legally binding document that they have to go and serve. They're-
Yeah. You,
Lay down their life if need.
and at that point, it was conscription, so that they were
Yeah.
not even a
They had
choice
to.
of the matter.
And it still is to an extent. Like once you're in the military, you have to complete your contract for whatever
Right.
term it may be
So I guess I would
under penalty
agree
of law.
with
Right.
supporting the troops post enlistment, I guess, because there is a lot of issues with, you know, PTSD and, you know, I know sometimes they come back and run into like financial stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I guess.
And to be fair, that's when you see it the most. The support our troops is because of the aftermath, not necessarily the
Okay. I guess that's not a part I was considering.
Yeah, that's to me. It was always like, you know, the guys that came back from Vietnam and got spit on at the airports and whatnot. They
Yeah, that was
didn't, they
bullshit.
didn't believe in what they were doing any more than anything else. Like they knew they were in the middle of a AKA bullshit war that was borderline pointless and that they couldn't win, and that they didn't believe in to the most part. Like some of those guys faked doing stuff in the field
Yeah, oh, for sure.
just to walk the walk and do the thing, right, and get out. And then they would get home and get spit on, and it was like, it's not like I wasn't the one that designed this plan.
yeah.
I signed the document, or I was forced, even worse so, to
Yeah,
go.
Didn't have a choice.
Didn't even have a choice. You go, and then you come home, and then your own people are spitting on you for doing what you were asked to do by your country.
I guess, yeah, I'm not saying you should outwardly disrespect people. I'm just saying automatically respecting someone for the job they. Yeah, I don't know.
I get what you're saying. Blindly following anything
Right.
is dangerous, but at the same time, I think you have to weigh it out individual by individual or entity by entity. Now, for me, the military, I have a fairly high respect for, based on what they do, what they've done for us in the past, and what their intentions are in regards of carrying our flag.
I have family members in the military. I'm assuming other people do.
I don't, but
Okay.
not that I'm aware of. I've had family members serve for the Navy in the past,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I've had.
I don't think I have any current family members.
I do. So yeah, respect them, but for the job that they do, and most people. But you can oppose war and still support the troops. People struggle with that. If we go to war tomorrow, and I go, you know what? I don't think this was a good decision on our behalf. I don't think we deserve to be there. And somebody says, well, you don't support the troops. And, well, no. Hold on. I support the troops. They're being told to go. I don't support the guy that made the decision to send them.
Would
It's
you-
an entirely different conversation.
Would you feel the same if 100% of those people enlisted on purpose for that? Like, they saw, like, oh, we're going to war, let's say, that you disagree with. I'm going to enlist. And would you.
Because I agree.
If
that-
all of them
believed
chose.
in the.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If all of them chose, like, removing the draft, they all choose to
They
do
all
that.
choose to go. At
Does that
that point,
change
at
your-
that point, it's me arguing with you as to whether this war is proper.
Yeah.
and then putting a uniform on you, I still disagree with us going, but I still support the troops for the job they're doing. It's a weird.
That war may end, they're still in there.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. They haven't come home yet.
No.
What do you think, Kendall?
I think I can try and make a little sense and articulate what Josh is thinking. And that is, there are people in today's time that are protesting things that other people have a problem with, and they automatically shoot that to the military when really the two shouldn't be intertwined in that decision. It's kind of like, oh, you don't like this? Well, then that means you don't like the military. And there's too much of a segue immediately onto the military. And that's where I think that you're coming from.
I don't know. I don't really know what you're talking about.
Kind of like, oh, you don't like that candy bar?
Wait, hey,
My son's in the military. That's his favorite candy bar. If you don't like that candy bar, then you don't.
Oh,
You know, that
They-
kind of
people
thing.
leverage it as a-
leverage it.
as a-
yeah, there's too much of that.
as
I
a
think that's
patriot
what you're
thing.
coming from. You know, I support the troops. I respect the military. I'm involved in a lot of Remembrance Day stuff every year. I lead a program, but I think I get a sense that that's the angle that you were coming from, the leveraging of it.
Sure.
Where it shouldn't probably be leveraged, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think that
People overusing it.
Yes.
And the only reason they're doing it is to further their side of the argument. They're not actually one way or the other supporting the troops. They're using it to make you look like you're wrong, because if you have this stance, you are automatically this.
Yes, and if you
So now
if
I
you
win
went
the
to one
argument.
of those people and asked them a question about something, and probably go, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So
All right.
But you know what I mean? Like, another thing too is like, not only like war times and overseas and stuff, our military does a lot of things right here at home. Like,
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Disaster relief.
Floods
disaster
and all that.
relief.
Absolutely.
I mean, how many were dispatched to Fredericton here just mere
Yeah.
weeks ago?
Oh yeah, with
Like,
the flooding.
it's
And a lot of people were super thankful, and they showed
Oh,
up
yeah.
and helped them pile sandbags around
Oh, yeah.
the house that may be getting destroyed.
Yeah.
yeah.
well, there doesn't necessarily have to be a war in order for them to make a difference.
For what
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
for what it's worth.
And for that, there's where the respect for me comes from, is the fact that when you need them,
They're there.
they're there for us no matter whether
Sure.
it's wartime or not.
For what it's worth.
That deserves respect. But again, not if it's an individual that I have a bad taste for.
For what it's worth, I do respect the military. I'm not actually trying to come down on them or anything like that. I don't like the idea of being pressured into blindly supporting or
Forced nationalism.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to support everything about Canada because you live
Exactly.
here. And if you don't, then
Wear a red
no.
shirt to work this Friday.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes. And if you're not wearing red,
yeah.
you don't support the troops. That I have a problem with.
But my argument to that would immediately be, I have the freedom not to wear the red shirt that you told me I had to because of the troops. I'm actually,
And you don't have enough gall to show them that.
I'm supporting it more so than you are
I
by
don't
making
know.
by making a choice. No, seriously.
That's a dumber argument than mine.